For this example, we'll divide 12x to the third power plus ax squared plus x plus 4 by 4x. Now, as you see, this statement translates to this is the numerator, this is the denominator. So I'm going to translate this to one fraction expression. So now we have 12x to the third power plus ax squared plus x plus 4 on top divided by 4x. Now as you see, this denominator has only one term because there's no plus or minus sign before or after it. Now the numerator has 4 terms and we call it polynomial. It has more than one term. To divide this one fraction, we will divide each term of the numerator by the monomial or the denominator 4x. So here's the step. I will take 12x to the third power, divide by 4x denominator. Next, I will take the next term in the numerator, in this case positive ax squared. So the sign is the same, ax squared, divide by the denominator 4x. Okay. Next, the third term also has positive sign, positive x. So the sign is the same, x divided by denominator 4x. And then we have one last term in the numerator, which is positive 4x. So take the top 4, divide by 4x. Okay? Now we will simplify each fraction. Now as you see, after split this one fraction, we actually have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 fractions. Now to simplify this, we'll simplify the coefficient first. So 12 divided by 4. 12 divided by 4 is 3. This is 1 left. So then we will have 3 divided by 1, which is 3. X to the third divided by x. Now you learned this before, but let me review. So when you divide, you would take, when you divide the same base, x on top, x at the bottom, you would take the top exponent 3, subtracts the exponent of the variable x at the bottom. Now this x right here at the bottom has the exponent 1, so subtract 1. Okay? For this second fraction, we divide the coefficient first. So a divided by 4, you're left with 2 on top, 1 at the bottom. And then, so you have plus 2. 2 divided by 1 is 2. And similarly, like the first fraction, when you divide same base x like this case, x, you take the top exponent 2, subtract the exponent of the variable in the denominator. For this case, the exponent is 1. So the next term is plus. Alright, now we have x divided by 4x. You do not see the coefficient here, but actually there is. So let me do on the side work for you here. This is x, right? You can rewrite this as 1 times x. So the coefficient of x is 1. So 1 divided by 4 is what? So let me fill this in. So 1, okay? 1 divided by 4, you can divide it. So you are left with a fraction. 1 divided by 4. X divided by x is 1. Okay, so x divided by x. Let me use this different color for this case. So x divided by x, you're left with 1 divided by 1. So 1 divided by 1 is 1. Go here. Now we are working on the last term, plus 4 divided by 4. They are the same. So when you divide, you're left with 1 over 1. Okay. Alright, so 1 divided by 1 is 1. Now don't forget we have the variable x in the denominator. So how do we simplify that? There's no x on top. So that means we can't divide it. So we are going to leave it as 1 divided by x at the bottom. since there's no x on top, you just have to leave it at the bottom. So again, 1 divided by x. That's why I have it here. Alright, now let's simplify. 3 go here, x. 3 minus 1 is 2. Okay. The next term plus 2x. 2 minus 1 is 1. Now you can write it, or okay, let me write it here. So 2 minus 1 is 1, plus 1/4 times 1 is 1/4, plus 1 times 1 divided by x is 1 divided by x. Is itself. Alright, we are left with 4 terms. 3x squared plus 2x to the third power plus 1/4 plus 1 divided by x. Now normally we do not leave the answer when you have the exponent 1, so always simplify this to x. So let's simplify this to 2x plus 1/4 plus 1 divided by x. Now before you finish, complete this problem, make sure you double check every term you have. Are they like term? Meaning, do they have the same variable with the same power? If they do, you need to combine them because they are like terms. So let's double check if there is any term with the x variable and second power. So let's double check. So none. This term here has the power 1. This is a constant, which means has the power has the power 0 for x. For this case, x at the bottom, meaning it has the power negative. So none of them have the power second, like this first term. So after double checked, there's no more like terms. You know you cannot combine any further. You know that you're done. So this is how you divide a polynomial by a monomial.